one thinks of sugar, sucrose, also known as table sugar, is most likely the first image that pops into one's head. It is a carbohydrate and a natural sugar, but there's a lot to know about sucrose that most people probably aren't aware of. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you about the properties, uses, environmental impacts, careers, and other interesting facts about sucrose. First off, what is sucrose? Sucrose is a compound, meaning it consists of two or more elements chemically bonded. It is composed of the elements hydrogen, carbon, and oxygen. Sucrose is a disaccharide, di meaning two and saccharide meaning sugar. A disaccharide is composed of two monosaccharides, which are the simplest units of sugar. Sucrose is formed when one glucose molecule and one fructose molecule chemically bond together to form a sucrose molecule. Sucrose can be found in sugarcane and sugar beets and also occurs naturally in some fruits. What are the properties of sucrose? Physical properties of sucrose. Sucrose is a fine, colorless, odorless, crystalline solid at room temperature. It has a melting point of 186 degrees Celsius and a mass of 342.12 grams per mole, as well as a density of 1.6 grams per cubic centimeter. Some of its most unique properties are that it is extremely soluble in water and very sweet in taste. Chemical properties of sucrose. Sucrose is reactive with acid, especially sulfuric acid. The product of this reaction is elemental carbon, as well as carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and water. Sucrose acts as a food for yeast during the fermentation process to produce carbon dioxide, water, and ethanol, also known as alcohol. Furthermore, sugar is observed to be an antioxidant, meaning it decreases damage due to oxygen. It also absorbs water. What is sucrose used for? Sucrose's uses are concentrated mainly in food and drink. Sucrose is used as a sweetener for drinks such as coffee, tea, and soft drinks, as it adds sweetness and dissolves easily into a liquid. It is also used in baking and cooking, again for its sweetness and because it dissolves easily, forming homogeneous mixtures such as sauces and doughs. Furthermore, sugar is used as a preservative for canned food products such as jams, jellies, and canned fruit. Looking back on the chemical properties, we know that sugar absorbs water. Sugar is used as a preservative because it absorbs water from microorganisms that would have formed bacteria on the food. Lastly, sugar is used with yeast in the production of alcoholic drinks. I saw this when I went to Sleeman Brewery. I learned that yeast uses sugar as food to ferment, a process that produces alcohol. That's why yeast and sugar are added to beer and wine. This process of yeast fermenting sugar can also produce carbon dioxide, which is why sugar is helpful in making bread, because the addition of gas helps the bread rise more quickly. There are many careers that involve working with sucrose. Examples include working in a sugar mill, where sucrose is processed. Also, working on a sugar cane or beet field, where sucrose is extracted from the ground. There are also numerous careers in the production of food containing sugar, in cooking, baking, or processing food. Furthermore, jobs that work with sugar are available in breweries or wineries. What are some of the environmental impacts of sucrose? While sucrose is a very popular and useful substance to people, it has several negative effects on the environment. Firstly, sugarcane is a very water-intensive crop. This affects the environment as there is a limited supply of fresh water in the world, and using it excessively is never a sustainable practice. Sucrose also contributes largely to habitat loss because of the vast amounts of land cleared for sugarcane plantations, which decreases diversity in animal and plant life. Air quality is also made poor by the pollution caused by sugar mills in the processing phase of sugar, as the factories let off emissions. On a disposal level, while sucrose is not usually directly disposed of, the packaging that it comes in contributes to landfill waste, as sugar packets are used at coffee shops and restaurants every day. On average in the United States, 8 million pounds of waste is created each year from sugar packets from one major coffee chain. How was sucrose discovered? Sucrose was discovered in 150 BC by the Emperor of Persia, Darius. He invaded India and discovered that the people there used juice from sugarcane to sweeten their food, a concept previously unknown to him, as the people in his country used honey. The sugar beet was discovered later in 1746 by a German chemist named Andreas Marggraf when he found the juice of a sugar beet to have the same properties as that of a sugar cane. Canadians consume about 26 teaspoons of sugar every day on average. Sucrose is broken down into fructose and glucose molecules through hydrolysis in the body when digested, because water or saliva is added. Some fruits naturally contain sugar. Some of the highest concentrations can be found in dates, figs, bananas, mangoes, and cherries. That concludes my project about sucrose.